It's just one of those mornings. So, hello everyone, and welcome to Science Sunday for today, October 20th. We are now joined by a Tinkerbell! We're now joined by a Tinkerbell, so bits for Tinkerbell. And make it rain! Alright, so hi, I am your host, Annie Wilson, and I know enough astronomy to be dangerous, but what I do know is rockets and space toilets. I know about rockets and space toilets. So what we're going to do today is continue with what we worked on last week. Only I found a post-it note on my desk somewhere. I mentioned I need to clean this, right? Oh no. These are not the right set of post-it notes. I found a post-it note on my desk somewhere that had colorations of what we needed to do. Aha, I found it. There we go. So we are going to start with that. And then we will figure out together what the last color thingy is. So, all right. And yeah, for those that didn't know, that rocket video or that rocket animation, Austin, I can't remember his last name, did the art and I made the art move. So all the silliness is my fault. All of it. Okay. So let's fire up Photoshop. It's going to take a second. You resubbed your original gifted sub. Ah, okay. So yes, hello everyone. Hello. And we were working on NGC 4038, which is, I feel like this is the first time in forever that I've actually remembered what we've been working on, which is actually pretty cool. I am totally game with that. I just need to make sure that other things aren't there, and boom! There we go. And tinker with the folded over ear. Hey, YYZ. Hey, did we ever figure out what Guido was eating for dinner? I don't remember. So, here is the grayscale black and white version of NGC 4038, and we've already have all these different layers. In fact, they're already screened, and so what we need to do now is assign colors to them. We've already set this to be RGB. I realize you guys can't see that. It's how I have my screen capture set up. I'm sorry. And things of that nature. Ooh, lamb fillet with saffron risotto. Oh, aren't you fancy tonight, Guido? I do have coffee. It's not my own coffee, but it's coffee I didn't have to make. So, hey, Astro B. Yes, he is eating fancy tonight. Anyways, so according to my post-it note from last time, because who doesn't love a post-it note? So we have 435, which now I'm beginning to wonder if that's an error instead, and it should be 438. 550, I know, baby. 658, which is common, and 814. So we know 814 is supposed to be green? I'm gonna go with green. You know what, there's an easy way to settle this. Let me open the last one we did. Let's see, that was what, Stefan's Quintet? Maybe? Was it Stefan's Quintet? I have something that says August. Oh no. I know that was not the right kind of document. Oh wait, I should have open recent. Why am I digging? We'll do this. Maybe I had this. Aha! We did. All right. So no. No, I was wrong. Okay, so we'll just steal the settings from over here. So we had assigned red to 814. And make it rain! Not my fault you were outside doing, you know, who knows what. So one of the easiest ways to do this is to, I know there's a way to, there we go. We'll just give them labels, and that will be labeled red. And what do we have? We have 658 narrow, 550 medium. And so we're going to take this 435 and turn that to blue. Hey, Zine. And, yeah. Buying a ticket across the pond. Oh, for his saffron. I was like, why are you buying a ticket to go across the pond? But that makes sense. I would too. How far away is Austin from Boca Chica? Texas is big, y'all. Texas is big, y'all. All right. So, well, suborbit starship need vacuum engines. That is beyond what I know, Larry. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so we're still left with, we still need green, and we can probably do an orange. Aha, see? And this is why you guys are awesome, because somebody in chat usually knows the answer. So we're going to just save this as a new file. I know today is super disorganized. It happens. It happens. Oh wow, yeah, 335 miles is... I can't even ask my smart device. But yeah, that's like beyond a day trip. It really is. Why are you crying? You're the one that missed out. Why are you crying? I'm always slightly amused at how often she cries. More than 5 hours by car. Oh my. Oh, okay. So, and then I think we go to like the visible light spectrum. I think this is what we want. Yeah, this is what we want. All right. That just seems like forever and a half away. All right, so we're gonna look at the dog for a second because she's just being a dog. Oops, turn that off. There you go, Tinker. Now you're the star of the show for a second. What are you gonna do? She's like, but Mom, I want more bits, Mom. I want more bits, Mom. All right. There we go. All right, so we got the visible spectrum up. Take away from here. And I can't call her over to fix her ear if my life depended on it. So. Yeah, Larry. Are you sitting? No, you're not sitting. You just look like you're sitting on camera. I don't remember if Elon talked about both kinds of engines in his presentation. And all that. Hi, Andy! So, okay, I have coffee. Good. So, bits for the dog. And make it rain! And a jelly bean for me. Which I promise once this is over, once this box is done, I'm never doing this again. Because some of y'all really enjoy watching me do this, and some of y'all are like, oh no. Jelly bean is bean boozled, and this is either going to be pear or booger. It's not pear. There we go. Ah. Alright. Ugh. That was not pear. Alright. Okay, so we're looking at the visible spectrum. And scroll down to this, and this, I feel like this is what I've used the most. And I have a pen somewhere on my desk. So let's see, we've already assigned red to 814, which eventually I will remember that. We've already assigned, I think it was blue. I'm actually gonna have to look real quick. We've assigned blue to something. We assigned blue to 435. I'm beginning to wonder if that's a typo or if things just slipped. You alright, Puck? Larry says, do not buy those jelly beans again. I do not like Annie torture. Yeah. I've thought about cheating and dumping in all of my champagne flavored jelly beans and just grabbing a jelly bean at random. Like not looking, because in this box I definitely look. Ugh. So yeah. No, I'm not buying them for the stream ever again. They're terrible. All right, so we have 550, which looks like that is going to be greenish. And we could go and be like, okay, this is really the effective range. Da 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 da. I don't have that kind of energy for that today. Besides, we just need Econ Greg. Hi, I know what Econ Greg is here for. All right, bits for the dog. Good girl, Tinker. Exactly 2 barks and a jelly bean, because we all know what Econ Greg is here for. All right, so this is either going to be, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie or barf or peach. So I guess we're gonna find out. Not a good one. Yeah. Let's do that, actually. Let's open up the champagne ones. Ugh, alright. Spit them out? No. The champagne ones are a good palate cleanser. Champagne ones are a good palate cleanser. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let's see, we're gonna make the 550 blue, or no, we're gonna make the 550 green on my post-it, and then 658 was narrow, like really, really narrow. And technically that is in red. We can also make it orange, like we did last time, because last time we had RGB and orange. And yeah, I'm thinking DPI is even saying the orange too, because the orange will pop nicely and all this other stuff. Yeah, Veronica, I'm thinking the Bean Boozled followed by a champagne bean is probably the best way to do the rest of this box. I know you all don't want to see me suffer, but you know, I did it for the lulz, and I definitely got the lulz. Yeah, I will have to remember to tone the red down a bit, just so the orange can pop. So Astro YYZ asks, are all the jelly beans the same color? Yes and no. There are 10 different colors in the box, and each color can be 2 flavors. Veronica is very much like, toss the box. It's almost gone. It's like halfway gone. It's halfway gone. The only bad one that I've liked has been toothpaste. Hey! Nobody asked your opinion. And I did find that I had dropped a jelly bean on the floor, and it was either Juicy Pear or Booger, and I don't know which one it was. And Tinker ate it, and she ate it all the way, which tells me zero things about what flavor it actually was, because she likes sweet things and she's a dog and therefore gross. So yeah. But because these are loaded with sugar, and they are, I don't know how many calories per bean, but jelly beans are higher in calories than like the Cheerios. I'm not just going to give, you know, the dogs the jelly beans. So Veronica's like, I think you got all the good ones already. There's still a couple blue ones in there. I'm willing to see if I got all the good blue ones, but I don't know. I might take them over to our friend's house tonight and be like, hey, you want some jelly beans? I'm gonna have to bring something to make up for that. Anyways, alright, we got all of our colors. Which, hey Zoe, we're having a very heated debate about the jelly beans and what I should do with them. Veronica's done watching me torture myself. Yeah, Veronica's totally done watching me torture myself, and she's like, just toss the whole box! And, I think there's still some good ones in there. Oh, I must have hit, I don't know. I thought I hit transition. You are being whiny. Good idea, share the misery. Yes, if my nephew, I don't think I'll see my nephew for at least another month. Because I could just hold on to the box until I see him, because, you know, they're jelly beans. If I knew I was going to see my nephew sooner, I would share the misery with him. But I don't think I'm going to see him sooner. So, what am I looking for? I had a thought and I'm looking, and now I don't remember why I'm looking. Alright, we'll just let the thought go. Alright, so we got our colors down. And, now we'll finish labeling this. So this is going to be orange. I know, Tinker. I know. And then this one is going to be green. Usually, usually, when you do a tricolor RGB image, they're all wide filters, but this one's a little different because we got two wides, we got a medium and a narrow, and we're just going to make it work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right. So we did the hard part, which I really need to, like, keep a notebook while I'm doing this instead of just putting everything on Post-it notes. One of these days I will learn. So, cute doggo, says Stealthy Sumo. Yeah, the one you see on camera, the fluffy butt. Hey, Puck. Nope, and yeah, the white one is Puck. The smaller black one is Tinkerbell. Get over there, Puck. Come on, get on camera. He's like just off camera. Tinker, can you sit? Can you sit, Tinker? And they are literally just over there for me. So, Puck, can you sit? Come here, Puck. You can sit. Come on, get up here. Alright, have some Cheerios. They can't see you. Alright. Yeah, screenshots or looking through past videos or pulling up, you know, older files. I think that's how I'll do this. So yeah, so what did we, why are we saying noise to Kerbal? I don't even see Kerbal. Do I not see Kerbal for a reason? Do I need to restart my thing? Now I'm a little anxious that I can't see Kerbal. So, anyways, let's start this. So we're going to add Tinkerbell. We're going to add adjustment layers. So it's image, for those of you following at home, it's image, or no, excuse me, it's a layer, new adjustment layer. And we're going to do hue saturation. And make sure you use the previous layer to create clipping mask. Click OK. Boom. It appears over there. And then this one's going to be blue. So we're going to click colorize, which I know you can't see this panel. Oh, there's Kerbal. Okay, good. I can see Kerbal. And I'm going to switch this to that. And we might not be able to see it because I have all the other layers going. But that's what that looks like right now. It's just that very little bit. And we'll pull out all of this later. Why are you crying so much, Tinker? Looks like, do I get bits? The shuttle snow globe. Ooh. So I like this blue. Let me actually make sure that my computer is giving me proper colors. Disable until sunrise. I use flux to reduce eye strain. And later at night, oh look, it's Bits. Somebody felt bad for the Tinker. Oh, she's still doing exactly the 2 barks. All right, YYZ. Fragile says, I want my Tinker toys. I know, right? All right. So this is either going to be chocolate pudding or canned dog food. I feel like I should just give this to Tinker. It was not chocolate pudding. It was not chocolate pudding. But I have a nice champagne one to follow, so I'm okay with that. Alright, so here's the green, and we're going to do the same thing. Layer, new adjustment layer. I just had it. Hue saturation. Make sure you use the previous clipping layer. Your previous layer to create clipping mask. Click OK. Click colorize. I know you can't see that, but now you've seen it turn colors, and this is going to be green. So we're just gonna scooch that over to green. Try to find a green I like in here. I might adjust the saturation. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna adjust the saturation on everything. I had the saturation at 25. I'm setting it, or setting it 75. Actually makes it easier. Yeah, I like that green. All right. So we're gonna click off of that. And we're actually gonna go back real quick and we're gonna fix this one. Come on, open up. Open up. There we go. We're gonna change the saturation to 75. I know, Tinkerbell, I hear you. Yeah, Econ, we're 3 out of 3. I'm running out of coffee to hurry up and swallow them down with. Okay. And for those that are curious to see what it looks like with the 2 colors, that's what it looks like right now with the 2 colors. And we're gonna turn that off. We're gonna repeat with the orange. So again, layer, new adjustment layer, hue saturation, use previous layer to create clipping mask. Click OK. Click colorize on the little panel that shows up that you can't see. We're gonna change the saturation from 25 to 75. And I think that's orangish. I think that's orangish. You can really see on this image, on this layer of the image compared to the other layers, just how narrow this band is, or how narrow this filter is, because it really doesn't let a lot, excuse me, it really doesn't let a whole lot of light through. It's literally just like some highlights. So turn on the other layer so you can see how that works, and you know, the colors are kind of coming through. It's not just all like this blue, green, cyan. Now it's other stuff. And the red is right now going to be overpowering, and we are going to have to tune that down a whole lot. And I don't know if it's simply because of how I have it. Why is that lighten instead of screen? That should be screen. There we go. So all of the layers are set to screen. I'm going to turn off this orange layer. We're going to do the last add the color. So it's going to be new adjustment layer, hue saturation, previous layer to create clipping mask. Click to colorize, set the saturation to 25. This is already going to be red. Or set the saturation to 75. And yeah, boom, there we go. And this is what it looks like right now with no adjustments. This is not very pretty. The red is very overpowering. Yeah, it's, yeah. Not sure if we move layers around. Yeah, if we move layers around, oops, that didn't do it. If we move layers around, I can kind of adjust how it looks, but it's still very red. Stealthy Sumo asks, are these images just visible light spectrum, or does it show ultraviolet / infrared as well? That is a very good question. So I'm gonna go with that. I feel like this F814 layer, this red layer that I'm dragging around, has a bit of infrared in it. And I will show you why. We're going to transition to the dog simply because I don't have a nice set worked out for switching back and forth quickly. So give me 1 second and I will pull up the thing. Larry, you can adjust the settings for that in your actual browser of what you have in your thing. So I don't know what browser you're using. So here is the spectral colors, the visible spectrum, and red actually cuts off at 740, right? Right. And this is 814 nanometers. So this is actually beyond the red. Where's my post-it note with everything else? Look at me knocking things over on my desk. I really need to clean. And then 435 is still within the violet. And the 550 is, within, what we would perceive as green. And the 658 is what we would perceive as red. And we just kind of bumped it down because we can't see the wavelengths of light picked up by the 814 wide filter. So we just assign it red, and the next one that would be in that same thing, we just bumped it down to orange. I could even assign it to yellow if I really wanted to, but I have chosen not to. Let's see, to change that on Firefox, Larry, while I have this up, so you go to up to your little bars, you go to options, you go to search, and your default search engine is marked here. And I have DuckDuckGo Privacy Essentials, and that forces DuckDuckGo to be my default search engine. But you can also just unclick Google there, and boom, you're done. I don't even think there's anything you have to say. You can even highlight Google, click remove, and boom. That's it. That's all you need to do. I like DuckDuckGo. So, yes, that. All right, more bits. And yes, if y'all have like tech questions like that, even though it's not science, I can sometimes answer those. Stealthy Sumo says, remove Google but leaves Bing. Bing doesn't annoy me as much, quite frankly. I actually do use Bing for image search because it doesn't, what's the word? It doesn't weight certain search terms. Like, I can put in... I'm trying to think of an example. I can put in planetarium to Bing's search engine and it'll pull up different planetariums, but I feel like if I put planetarium into Google search engine, it would specifically try to show me pictures first of Ward Beecher Planetarium because Google knows that I'm associated with Ward Beecher Planetarium. Alright, so pear or booger, let's see. Well, swallowing's not going to work and I'm out of some stuff to drink, so... Alright. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. 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 The struggle is real, and I'm thinking I'm beginning to agree with Veronica. We're just gonna set those aside, and I'm gonna go share the pain with people later. Alright, thanks for the sub, Sammy! Jelly bean! Alright, for the rest of today, however long today is, we're sticking with the champagne jelly beans, because those are amazing. Because I am 4 for 4. Pamela's gonna be like, why are your bits down? And be like, I tried a new thing. YYZ. 100 bits. Donates bits for Annie not to have jelly beans. Alright, look, it's a champagne jelly bean. Yeah, Dr. Pamela's gonna be like, your bits are down. What's going on? Sammy says, you're making me hungry. I don't, that's not my goal. That's really not my goal. Alright, we'll watch Puck cover up some bits. This is a decent stopping point for today. I can add other adjustment layers and just have them there. And let's do that, actually. Let's just add different adjustment layers and just have them there. Veronica, with more bits. 5 bits. Make it rain! I enjoy the ice cream cones. Those make me pile. Those make me smile. Those make me pile. All right. Oof. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna add some more adjustment layers, and we'll probably call it there. Yeah, it is really pretty. This isn't how I want it to look, but it is really pretty, just like this. Let's see. We're gonna want... I think I usually do levels. Maybe I do curves, but I think I usually end up doing levels. Oh no, did my hue saturation get unclipped from the last one? Uh-oh. How did that happen? There we go. And then layer, adjustment layer, levels. There we go. There we go. And then I may actually eventually change how the screen captures so you can see all the things I'm doing. But I do enjoy having the window capture. I do enjoy having the window capture simply because I don't have to worry about other things being on my screen at the same time. And I do have 2 monitors, so that shouldn't be too much. Oh no, Kerbal says I got banned from our history memes for accidentally breaking one of their dumb rules. Oh man, Kerbal. Okay, what rule did you break? I want to know. I want to know. And then I want to know, did they leave your meme up? Alright, levels, previous layer, boom. Banned from a meme Reddit. Yeah, I know Amazon sucks. You know, I didn't know that was possible. She's sitting! Bits for Tinkerbell! And we'll pull out the doggy-proof treat jar, too. Amazon sucks is a nice name, and yet I am still going to give Amazon money, because I'm not quite a shill, but I do enjoy my Prime shipping, which I know is slowly destroying the world. Alright, Tinkerbell, come here. Come here, Tink. Tink's like, no. No, Tink, come here so I can give you your treat. Yes, Twitch is Amazon too, so yeah, I have a lot of mixed feels. Alright. Puck. Puck, come here. Puck, come here. I'm trying to make sure the dogs get their treats. There you go. Yes, Twitch, or Amazon owns Twitch. Don't make your title historical event year colorized. My title was Cuban Missile Crisis 1962 colorized. Really? 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 Alright, for the lulz, because we are essentially done, for the lulz, let me pull it up on the other screen. Nope, I can't find it. You can see it. I can't see it. They took it down. You can see it, I can't see it. Which is kind of sad. I'm in the right one, too. Oh, no, I was in historical memes, not history memes. I'm sorry. Let's try this again. Nope, I can't see it. They have so many people with that thing, though. Oh my. Oh my. No, I'm not seeing it, which is hilarious. It's okay. It's fine. Does Tinker have a secret well of souls? No, she does not. You think she does. She does not. That I know of. Unless she buries them all in the backyard. Do you bury all your souls in the backyard, Tinker? Are you just gonna cry? Alright, so what I'm gonna do, because we are pretty much done for the day, let me save this again. I'm gonna roll the credits, and then we will chat after the credits for a little bit. So, that was rude, neighbor. I already get the feeling that people on, like, that are gonna watch this on YouTube later are like, but all this other stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna roll the credits. I'm gonna do the wall of text now, roll the credits, and then I'll be back to chat afterwards, because we are pretty much done. We assigned colors, we added colors, and we added adjustment layers, and next time we can just fiddle with all of those. So, this has been a production of PSI, that's Planetary Science Institute, working in collaboration with Youngstown State University. My co-hosts for today were Tinker and Puck. Tinker apparently may or may not have a secret well of souls. Tucson, or PSI, is located in Tucson, Arizona, where I'm convinced there's 2 suns. And YSU is, you know, here in, gosh, I hope it's not dreary out, Youngstown, Ohio. PSI is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation, which is fancy speak for your donations are tax deductible where laws allow. We are literally here because of you, so literally, and I'm using that in the very literal sense. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your bits, your donations, your subs, your pledges on Patreon, your merch purchases, your bits, even though I know you guys don't like watching me watch. I know you guys don't like watching me eat terrible tasting jelly beans. And, yeah, things and stuff. We do archive. Oh, no. Wait, I got ahead of myself. If you can't afford to do any of that, that's fine. That's fine. Just come hang out with us. It's free to come hang out with us. It's free to be on our Discord. It's free to just follow us. It's free to sub on our YouTube. It's free to do our podcasts. We stream Sundays through Fridays. Most Sundays through Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Sundays is this. Hi! Science Sunday with me, Annie, and Tinker, and Puck. And Monday through Fridays is Daily Space, your daily-ish space and astronomy news roundup. Wednesday, we usually talk rockets. What else am I forgetting, Tinker? How about if you sit? If you sit. She's like, nah, I'm not gonna sit. I think I covered everything. Oh yeah, space toilets. There are currently 4 space toilets in space. There are 6 humans, 4 toilets, but it's really 6 humans to 2 toilets, and the Russians charge the Americans if the Americans use their toilet. But all of the toilets are of Russian design. All of the toilets are of Russian design. Just think about that one for a second. And yeah, I'm gonna roll the credits, as awkward as I do, and we'll be back after that to chat. So, again, thank you for everything. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful insert time of day here, and keep being awesome. Bye! Alright, now we're back. That gives Susie a nice, clean place to cut, and that can, that will allow her to, like, keep all of, like, this personal and extra stuff off of the internet for all of eternity. So let me put up a marker for her real quick. I think, yeah, we're good. So, yeah, housekeeping stuff. We're gonna have a surprise for you related to Bennu. I don't know when it's going to happen, but we are going to have a surprise for you related to Bennu. It may not happen until Hangoutathon. It all depends on how fast it comes together. But I'm excited. And I hope you all will be excited too. Miss Town's like, I wonder what it could be. It's hollow? No, it is not hollow. It is not hollow. It's not so much you know, about Bennu as it is related to Bennu. So that it may, again, it may not happen until Hangoutathon. I will keep you posted. Are we blowing that pile of rocks up? No. No. Although I do really appreciate the idea of a Bennu, you hit it with a stick. I can't think of the name. Bennu Pinata, there we go. I do enjoy the thought of a Bennu Pinata. I am making no promises about a Bennu Pinata. So, yeah, we still need to get samples. Am I going to cosplay as Bennu? No. No, I'm not going to cosplay as Bennu. That would be hilarious, though. Guido asks, is there a date for the Hangoutathon yet? I bet it's going to be the weekend before Christmas. And you are right, Guido. It is indeed going to be right before Christmas. I am going to... I think I am going to end up flying back home on, like, Christmas Eve. I'm not sure. I haven't bought those plane tickets yet. I have some, I have, like, 2 sets of plane tickets to buy for December, and I have to wait till next month. Miss Town says, we could get firecrackers and blow up the surprise. Yes, you could, but I would be sad if we did. We could have, Astro YYZ says, we could have a symbolic destroying something cube-shaped during the Hangoutathon. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. So, but yeah, Hangoutathon is going to be essentially right before Christmas. I am missing my sister's birthday again, which last year she gave me her blessing, so I guess she's okay with it again this year. I don't know. We'll find out. Dr. Pamela has said I could bake in her kitchen, so not promising anything, but I could bake in her kitchen. We may even be able to set up cameras and stuff in her kitchen, because she actually has, like, a kitchen island. I don't know, and I don't want to promise anything, but I know I can bake in her kitchen. Bennu cake. I don't know about a Bennu cake. Would a Bennu cake just be, like, square? Is it involve sugar? With me, yes, it involves sugar. The only baking that I'm going to be doing that doesn't involve sugar is keto baking. Drop Bennu on New Year's with Countdown. You know what? We could probably make a 3D model of Bennu and put it on a stick and have that be an animation. I think we could do that. Miss Town says keto. Ew. Well, you know, some people are on keto. And I like baking for weird diets, apparently. Yes, Tinkerbell, I know, I'm almost out of Cheerios. Oh no. Bennu cake is crumbly. Ugh, yeah. I'm thinking more rock cakes again. In fact, I have the dried fruit here to do rock cakes, and I think I have to go get more butter. Please don't bark. I think I have to go get more butter for rock cakes. But for Bennu Celebration stream, which is different, I'm still working on the details of that. I do know it's going to be on a Saturday. Boss Lady has kindly given me permission to drink before 9 p.m. streamer time on a Saturday. So yes, I can indeed have an alcoholic beverage, and I have several astronomy-themed ones in my refrigerator right now, literally waiting. I may or may not have had to slap favorite human's hands from taking them, but I know I have a sour. I have a couple stouts. Do I have a cider in there? I don't know if I have an astronomy themed cider. I might have to pick one up. Crunchy Bennu candy apples for Halloween. Ooh, that does sound good. And Kerbal says, I've had 2 astronomy beers this weekend. Astronomy themed beers are amazing, aren't they? No, I have 2 sours. I have one that's like Peach Galaxy, and I have one that's called Sour Nova. And then stouts I have are, one's called Total Eclipse, and the other's called, the other's that Cosmic Cocoa one. Ooh, like a graveyard cake. Oh, yeah. I just have to remember that whatever mess I make in Dr. Pamela's kitchen, I also have to clean up. So, and if we could try to do dairy-free baked goods while I'm at Dr. Pamela's house, that would be amazing. Because some people can't have any dairy, and it's kind of sad. Which I'm like, oh look, here's all of these goodies, and then be like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't eat any of these. So, Eddie and Malachi will help with the mess. Oh, I'm sure Stella will be in there too. Oh my. So, not even donkey milk or something? No. Nope. I don't know where you'd get donkey milk in freaking Illinois. I really don't. So, shh. As far as certificates go, a donkey. From a donkey. I like how you're all a donkey. I have Pop Rocks on my desk somewhere. I need to clean my desk before we do the celebration stream. I had mentioned to Karina about when to do this, and it's looking like the earliest that the celebration stream will happen is next Saturday or the Saturday after that. So November 2nd. I don't want to get too late in all of that. So if you have any questions for Karina, ask them somewhere. I should actually probably make a form. Ooh, with Pop Rocks in the filling. Oh. That sounds cool. I'd be worried that the moisture in the chocolate would set off the Pop Rocks. Huh. So yeah, if you think of questions for Karina, I will make some sort of form or something. If you have my work email address, you can email them there. Just put questions for Karina in the title. I'd tell you to put them in Discord, but I will lose track of them. So I will think of something for you all to have a place to put questions for Karina. What else, Tinkerbell? What else is going on? But yeah, celebration stream's gonna happen soon, I promise. Give me a couple weeks, I'm just trying to juggle everything, and I'm looking at my desk because my desk is a mess, and it's terrible. Ooh, Seattle chocolates, make some. I will have to, I don't know when I'm going to Seattle again, but I'm gonna have to get some if I go to Seattle again. That's good. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What other housekeeping stuff? Oh, certificates. I am slowly but surely mailing those out. I'm trying not to do more than 500 in a day. Because, yes, I can actually lock myself out from sending email if I send more than, like, a certain number a day. I think it's 2,000. So I'm trying to, A, avoid being marked as a spam bot, and B, get locked out of my email completely for the day. So they are slowly but surely being sent out. If you've marked 1 or 2 images, your certificate has been sent. 3, I think all the numbers up until like 7 have to be done. 5 or... Is it up to 7? I don't know. Then I know the next couple batches of emails are going to be single digits as well. So it's a slow process, I know, just bear with me. It'll go faster the further away I get from 1. I mean, I have a feeling that once I get past 10, it'll go way faster. I'll be able to get out more certificates to the people that have done more than, you know, a couple images. But it was simply because Bennu was just... And a lot of people noped out after 1 image. Kerbal asked, do you have to press send on each? No. I found a program that literally prints the certificates to PDF. It works with a different program to print the certificates to PDF. It then works with Outlook to generate a single email for each one of those addresses, each one of the entries in the spreadsheet, in the mail merge, and attaches that PDF to the email and then sends it. Are you done? Thanks. So I don't have to press send on each, but it does take a while for everything to send. Like, it can take a couple hours. So, and I try not to use my computer while that's happening, which is annoying because it takes a while to generate all those PDFs. It takes a while to attach them all. It takes a while to send them all. But the number of clicks I'm doing per like hundreds of emails is very minimal. I just have to make sure everything's all lined up. And yes, mail merge is cool. And no, she does not fold that ear on purpose, and she won't let me fix it. I don't think. Can I have the good treats? Will you come here? She's like, no. The good treats are literally in a jar because she can't open a jar. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. So that's what's going on with certificates. As far as the physical mailed stuff, Susie's working on that, and we came to a stop because it turned out to be a little more expensive than what we were anticipating. And yeah. So essentially, if you asked for like very few items and you're domestic, that might be the next batch. I need to talk to her again. So, we do intend to get everything out. It's just costing more than what Susie expected and things of that nature. Astro YYZ says, you can omit me, I'm overseas. Part of me is like, I want to write a post-it, I want to start a post-it note and then I'll lose it on my desk. So, I don't want to omit anybody, but I'm not sure what's happening. I just want to give you all a heads up that yes, we're working on it. I just don't know what's happening. So, because I know in Discord, there have been pictures of, hey, things and like batches and stuff, and I don't want anybody to be like, well, what's going on? Well, we sent out a single batch. And YYZ, you are in Canada, and it is on par to send, cost-wise, it's about on par to send things to Canada and Mexico as it is to the rest of the world, especially Canada. So, that's all I got. I don't know any more details. I'll give you guys more details when I know them. Things of that nature. What else, Tinker? What else is going on that we need to give people a heads up on? We've talked about we've talked about CosmoQuest. We've talked about the Hangout-a-thon. We've talked about the Bennu celebration. We've talked about certificates. We've talked about packages. So I think that's all the housekeeping stuff. Sit. Rocket launches. Yeah, we can look at what rocket launches are coming up. I haven't started my slides for those yet. I might start my slides for Wednesday tonight. There's no scheduled rocket launch until the 2nd of November, and that's going to be ISS Cargo. So we actually, oh yeah, I'm actually going to have time to talk about this week. On Wednesday we'll talk about the 2 missions that happened because I've changed the format, and we can get kind of in depth on those. So there's that. I know, Tinkerbell. I know. Oh my goodness! That's a Saturn V. I love that emote. I love that emote. EJ has some of the coolest emotes, and that's amazing. Man, I might actually have to use my own personal sub just to have those emotes, man. Yeah, it is a slow rocket month, and I have changed Rocket Wednesday up to cover just the things that have launched versus all the things because it was getting repetitive. And, oh yeah, that's right, there are spacewalks. I can talk about the spacewalks too. Thank you for the reminder. I mentioned the spacewalk coming up, so I will probably continue to mention the spacewalks that are coming up, as well as the patch, because the fact that they made a patch for that spacewalk is amazing, and I low-key kind of want it. So, yeah, waiting till payday is hard, y'all. Waiting till payday is hard. Alright, so spacewalks. Oh, speaking of Saturn V, the last time I visited my grandfather, my uncle and my mom also happened to be present. And, you know, my uncle's memory is better than my grandfather's, because Grandpa doesn't remember seeing a Saturn V vertical on the pad at all. My dad swears that the Saturn V was vertical on the pad with a lunar mission, and my uncle swears that it was Skylab. So, yeah. I'm still not sure which one it was. And part of me is amused that my grandfather does not remember this, because his children sure do. And you want to know why his children remember? Because his children wanted to stay for the launch that was the following day. And he was like, no, we're going home. Grandpa doesn't remember any of this. I find it hilarious. So I'm probably... more of his kids are going to be in town soon, so I'm probably going to ask, like, my aunt about it, because my aunt might remember too. So, just the things I am learning are just amaze me. Things that I am learning are amazing me. Like, I didn't know that Texas was such a huge cotton growing state until this past week. And yeah. So, yeah. So Thursdays, if you don't know, I try not to be available on Discord because I am with my grandfather. My grandfather does have what they classify as stage 6E, 6 Echo Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's has 7 stages. He is still verbal. He can move, kind of. He has a major fall risk. Hey Slayer, we're done with all of, like, the sciencey stuff, and now we're just chatting because I can chat. Also, it kills time before we raid, you know, 1 girl, 2 beakers. So yeah, my grandfather has Alzheimer's. He doesn't quite know who I am. And that's okay. I'm not offended by that. Yeah, that patch is amazing. Yeah, I know. 1 girl, 2 beakers is amazing, and she happens to stream on Sundays at 2:30. And I may or may not be filling time till it's closer to time to raid her. I think she is on our auto host, but I usually stop at like 2 because I'm like, okay, I'm done. Yeah. So, I know, Tinker, I know, just sit. So yeah, Grandpa doesn't quite know who I am. He can tell me certain things, like how he crashed in a cotton field in Texas. He, swears that he lost a cargo door over South Africa. And, he can recognize the plane that he flew in. Some of the stories that he tells are repetitive, but each time he tells them, because I only see him once a week, I usually gain more info. So they don't annoy me because I'm not the full-time caretaker. I'm essentially there for respite, so my uncle can go do other things. Like next week, my uncle will go do other things with my aunt while I'm sitting with Grandpa. Yeah. So I'm working on it. And some of the things I found while looking for his plane wreck have been amusing, and I might eventually have a Twitter thread on them. I want to get them all organized. So Astro YYZ asks, are my parents okay? Yeah. My parents, oh my. Yeah, it's like that, YYZ. It's like that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't... There's not really... There's nothing really positive coming out of that right now. There's really not. I love my parents, but I'm definitely making sure my own oxygen mask is on. And there have been a lot of people in my life that are like, you need to make sure your own oxygen mask is on. And you have your own flotation device set up. So yeah. I think tomorrow I'm going to go over and fill up my car, which, by the way, I have my own car now. For those of you that didn't know, I have my own car now. I'm going to go over, fill up my car with the stuff that they have, and fill up my car with as much stuff as they have, and then start going through that here. Because there's still a lot of stuff that needs to get cleaned out of their house, and they've been on me about my stuff, and I'm going to remove my stuff. I am sad that there is no Salvation Army truck in the area that can just come by and like take all the stuff, because that would be a huge help right now, quite frankly. But there's not. I don't know, because of how things are, I don't know if I could set up another rollaway and just have things go in the rollaway dumpster, because my mother is insisting that things get donated, and they have to be donated to a specific place. ARC, I don't know what ARC stands for. The donation place is, she insists everything goes to Salvation Army. She doesn't want to take anything to Goodwill. So, our Astro says, you know I'm crazy enough to drive up and help you, yes? Yeah, I know you are, Dave, but... No, Dave, you're not getting dragged into this. No, Dave. It's sweet, but no, I'm not letting you get dragged up into this. I have a younger cousin that, when I do runs for my mom, that I get my younger cousin involved. Second cousin? I don't know. He's technically a kid of one of my older cousins, but to me, he's just a cousin. And he, I don't think ARC is a charity here. I will have to look into that. But he doesn't really know anybody in the area. And I enjoy spending time with him. So, I'm trying to do like any of the major stuff where I have to clean out stuff from my mom's house. I'm trying to get my cousin involved, because my cousin's willing to do it. I'm willing, like, he makes it so much easier to go and do this, because I can just sit and chat with him, and we can chat about other stuff. And I don't have to think about how stressed out I am. And all he really asks for is like a Mountain Dew and a candy bar. And like time. That's all he wants. And he's amazing. He's a good kid. So that's how I'm trying to buffer all this other stuff, because yeah, I can physically move all the stuff on my own, but it's nice to have help, and it's nice to have somebody to chat with that isn't so engrossed in what's going on that that's all they want to talk about. Like, I just want to move boxes and go get like ice cream. That's it. Yeah. Yes, and it is good that, Slayer Death, it is good that I do have, or that my grandfather does have family members to support, and, he is actually, one of the least stressful things of my week. He is something going and visiting my grandfather is something I look forward to. It's a little weird, it's a little awkward. because sometimes he thinks I'm a nurse. Sometimes he thinks I'm a different one of his grandkids. I don't think he's mistaken me for his daughter, but I usually get mistaken for a nurse. And sometimes he knows we're related, and I think he knows why I'm there, because when he had a more lucid moment, we had talked about me coming and recording his stories. So when I do come over, he does immediately go into his military stories. And I've just taken, like, the first time I went over, I took my microphone that I have set up because it has really good audio quality. But that was just a lot. And now I just take my laptop over, I set it up, I tell it to record, and we just talk. And it captures, like, everything that's going on. And since the recordings are for nobody but myself, I'm okay with that. He's okay with that. And I think he has good days and bad days. So if I catch him during a good day, I can get a lot of new info. If I catch him during a bad day, you know, he might get stuck on something. Like last week, he wanted to show me his camera. Oh, there's the cat. Last week, he wanted to show me his camera because we were talking about pictures, and I don't know where his camera is. He doesn't know where his camera is, but he sure as heck was starting to look all around him for his camera. So I had to be like, Grandpa, don't worry about it. We'll find your camera later. I don't know where that camera is. What, are you gonna come here so everybody can see you? I think I have treats handy. I do. Haha, I do. Alright, so... Is it really interrupting if we're just bullshitting, though? Okay, come here. Ugh, come here. So here's the cat. I guess we need to talk about you, too, huh? Wow, Slayer. I'm glad you went to go visit. I don't know how all of it affects, like, how the right and left get affected. I really don't know too much about that. I just know he has essentially dementia. Yes, it would be good for him to exercise more, but he's so much of a fall risk that him getting up and moving around, just him moving from place to place to place, is too much of a risk. We've taken his cane away. He's not happy about that. Things of that nature. So the cat. Come on, cat. Because we haven't given anybody an update on you. Okay, you're just going to sit like that? Okay. Oh, shoot. So the cat, this is my cat Tuffy in my lap. I know you can't see him because he's just kind of perched and licking his treat. The cat has hyperthyroidism. He has like next to no teeth, and I think his meds were off. I think he didn't get meds when he was supposed to because he's been a bit demanding about food lately. So he's real sick. Raise the cat up high and pretend he's Simba. You mean like this? He's like, why are you doing this? I just want my treat. There you go. Have your treat, bud. So he's got hyperthyroidism. He went to the vet on Friday. We added new medication. And he's on thyroid medication and anti-diarrheal. And I'm supposed to be giving him subcutaneous fluids. And that has not gone as well as I had expected. And I'm sitting there on the porch yesterday giving the cat subcutaneous fluids, which is like an IV literally just under the skin. Or it's an IV needle just under the skin and an IV bag. And I'm squeezing the bag because I don't have anything to hang from it. And I have to hold the cat because otherwise the needle will slip out. And Favorite Human's just like, this is a lot. This is a lot. So he's kind of got till the end of the month to see where things are. At the end of the month, if he's still gaining weight, if he's using the litter box, essentially if he's gaining weight, he's using the litter box, and he doesn't have diarrhea, then reevaluate it at the end of next month. But yeah, it's kind of sad. So we've got 2 weeks to get your act together, bud. So, yes, Larry, he is not on blood thinner. I think he's just on a baby aspirin now, maybe? Yeah, it does suck that he has no, like, next to no teeth. He has to have canned food. So yeah. It's tough. All right, I'm gonna put you back down now, okay? So yeah, that's what's going on with the kitty. So, I'm gonna let him finish his treat. Yeah, he is definitely eating good. The hyperthyroidism makes his essentially makes his engine run hot, and he would burn food fast through burn through the calories really fast. But he is eating, he is gaining small amounts of weight, but it is just terrible. Slayer Dar says the other had kidney problems, and so we were eating at her dining room table one evening. The cat vomited on the hardwood floor. Really felt for the cat. Yeah, and I'm running into that. The other medication the vet wanted to put him on was an anti-nausea, and I'm like, he's eating okay though. So I don't know. But it's really stressful for the cat to get pilled twice a day. He doesn't like it. So, you almost done? Anyways, it is 5 till. I think I've gone over all the things I need to go over and then some, because I know y'all care. Is my dog doing okay? Yeah, my dog's fine. The dog has been fine. The dog's been fine. It's the cat that's been sick. Both of the dogs have been fine. It's just the cat that's been sick. So, the cat is, I think, at least 13. I'm at least his second home. Tinker is, let's see, I got you in 2007. So Tinker's 12. And Puck is 11. So all my pets are kind of old and all that. No, it's okay. Ask questions. I do and I don't work in academia. That's the fun part. I am academia adjacent. I do work for PSI, that's Planetary Science Institute, which is essentially an institute that was put together by scientists so they would have a place to go and do science and have some of the infrastructure support that they need. I also still maintain an office at Youngstown State University, where I'm technically faculty or staff. No, I'm technically staff because of how they worked up my contract. Essentially, if there's money to pay me to do things, I do things. And I worked while I was an undergrad. I worked at the planetarium at YSU. So I'm academia. I feel like I'm more academia adjacent than in academia, because I'm in that weird spot where, yes, I work for an institution, but I don't have a master's degree. I don't have a doctorate's degree. I don't know if I'll ever get either. Quite frankly, I'm 35. Shh. I know. Quite frankly, I'm 35, and it took me a long time just to get my undergraduate degree. And the cat's done. So I don't know if I'll go for my master's. I really don't know. I had a whole lot of stuff happen from when I first started my undergrad in 2004, and I didn't graduate until like 2016, and I wasn't going continuously during that time. I left in 2005 or 6 to deploy, and I didn't come back to school till 2011, and I changed my major a bunch of times. So, yeah. Academia adjacent to me just means like I'm familiar with the world of academia, but I'm not really a part of it. So no, I do not do any research, any like strict academia research. Any research I do, quite frankly, involves space toilets and getting ready for the daily space on like Wednesdays. I don't have any research projects. I don't have I said doo-doo. Yes, I did. I don't have, a lot of higher ed credentials, and I'm in science, but I have a CS degree. So is it where you may be undertaking projects for the industry? Kind of. I could, in theory, do some programming, like way more programming than what I do now, which is next to none. Yeah, Golden Beat says, well, there's always time in that case. And in case that's a worry, both my parents used their GI Bill to finish a master's degree in their 50s. I've used my GI Bill. My GI Bill is gone. My GI Bill for education is gone. It's used up. Partially because I took so long. I do know I did learn C++. I have learned the very basics of Python. I have, worked in Java. I can get around a database quite well sometimes. Things of that nature. Yes, Slayer, I was in the Army. I was in the National Guard band for Ohio, because yes, they have those. And I enlisted after 9/11. So my parents were very hype that I was in the Army, or that I was in the band, because the band went nowhere. And then, funny thing happened that one of our sister units, somebody else that also fell under the higher thing, was short people. And when you're short people in the National Guard, what happens is that there's this thing called the Inactive Ready Reserve, the IRR. And these are just people, because you have to sign a 8-year contract now when you enlist. And I had a 6x2. So that's 6 years of active service, meaning you go to drill once a month, you do your 2 additional weeks during the summer, etc., etc. And these inactive ready reserve people go to drill, I think, twice a year, and that's just to prove that they're still alive, or that they're still in the area or something. Anyways, it doesn't matter. These are people just living their lives, wanting to do their own thing. What happens when there isn't enough people is that they pull from this inactive ready reserve. So rather than pull people, literally pluck them from their everyday lives, they had turned to the band, which was over strength. I think we were at 200% strength, which essentially means, we were sharing weapons. I'm not joking. We were sharing weapons. It was extremely difficult to get promoted, etc., etc. So they turned to the band and were like, look, we need people. And a bunch of us volunteered. I volunteered. I was one of the ones selected. And they cross-trained us to be human resources specialists, which meant that everything from how to format a memo to the paperwork involved in leave and discharges and things of that nature. I learned all of that in a month. And then we joined this other, we joined up the other unit. We went through basic training 2.0, and then we deployed. And, yeah. And I was in Kuwait for about a year. I made it, I think it was 1 week short of redeploying when I was medevaced out. So that kind of sucked, but I literally, long term it was good, and the short term it really sucked. So yeah. And yeah, there were issues with flak jackets, bulletproof vests. I know the one that I had was earlier version, which went on like a coat. And I know somebody else in my life later on, when they deployed, had one that went over their head. Kuwait City, yes, I did go into Kuwait City a couple times. I do have photos of it somewhere. We weren't allowed off post all that often. I took a lot of pictures of desert flowers. So, yeah. So, yeah, I was in the military. Which is probably why, like, my grandfather will talk to me about military stuff. I've had Favorite Human's dad talk to me about military stuff. It's kind of interesting because people are like, oh, you know, I don't look like a veteran, which is something that's very important to remember. Not all veterans look like veterans. I would wear, to be fair, it wasn't my own t-shirt, but I'd be wearing like a military unit t-shirt, and I would have I've had people ask specifically if it was my ex's, and then I would have people ask me, oh, is that yours? And I would explain, no, it's my ex's, but I was also in the military, because that's how I met my ex. And things of that nature. So just, yeah. And my public service announcement is, if you see somebody that's in uniform, if you're American and you see somebody that's in uniform just going about their day, please leave them alone. Don't go up to them and thank them. Just let them do their thing. If you really want to do something nice for them and you're like in line in front of them for them to get coffee or something, you know, buy their coffee, but don't insert yourself in somebody else's day just to say thank you. Please don't. If you want to do something nice, buy me a coffee, buy them a coffee, buy them a dinner, buy them a meal. That's fine. But a smile and a wave is good, as Veronica says. A smile and a wave is good. We do appreciate the support, but I've always felt awkward when people have thanked me for my service because, you know, I've had people that are much more, much better at dealing with people in the military. And have just said thank you for your support, and I will just kind of be flippant and say thank you for paying your taxes. People will be like, well, I didn't have a choice in paying for my taxes. Well, you don't know the necessary bits behind of why I was in the service. So, and Slayer Darth asks, can we ask them what it's like to be in the Army / Navy / Air Force / things? If you know them personally, yes. If you don't know them, don't. Just don't. Because a lot of people you see in uniform are literally just going about their day. They're at the gas station filling up their tanks so they can go to work. They're, you know, getting a coffee to do the thing. They're in the grocery store after work just trying to get some groceries. I had a case where I was still in uniform and I was at the zoo simply because I didn't have time to change. And I just wanted to be, you know, with my cousins and stuff. Yeah. And Veronica says you can ask a recruiter. Yeah, ask a recruiter. That's their job, is to tell you all the nice things that are about being in the military. But no, if you don't know them, don't. Kerbal says, my dad, 27 years in the Air Force, deployed to the Middle East a bunch of times, thinks the support the troops thing is garbage. It is garbage. You're not based in North America, by the way. Yeah, no, it still applies. If you know somebody, if you see a soldier and you do want to ask those questions and it's somebody you see on a repeating basis, like it's a regular that comes into your shop for something or comes in like where you work for something, you know, strike up a conversation. Yeah. Would that be different to someone in uniform on Remembrance Day? Remembrance Day is November 11th, if I recall correctly. It's called something different in the US. Remembrance Day is probably an okay time to ask. If you, November, yeah, I think it's Veterans Day in the US. Yeah, that's... I think that's a better day than just any random day to ask, because you're kind of, you're primed for it. You're primed to be asked about it. You're primed to be thanked for it. Like, you're mentally in the space to handle it. But yeah, that's not all that common. Yeah. Anyways, it is past 2:30. I have rambled for probably as long as I've streamed doing science, which y'all are kind of... I think that's why y'all just hang on after the credits, because y'all know I'm gonna ramble. Yeah, you know what I was thinking about, Sammy. I know she's online. I know she's ready. I feel like I rambled. Get everything all queued up for her. Come on. It just says science and technology. I know that's her, though. That's her face. So, yeah. You're allowed to thank me for the science. That's cool. Yeah, again, thanks for tuning in. I know that I kind of whizzed through the science stuff, and that's cool. That's cool. Oof, oof, oof. All right. So, yeah, we're going to raid One Girl, Two Beakers. Again, thanks for tuning in. I've already done the wall of text, but just as a brief thing, and I'm not even going to bother running the credits again. As a brief thing, you know, this has been a production of PSI, and we're here because of you. So, thank you. Thank you to everybody. All right. And, oh, thanks for the rambling, thanks for the stream. Part of me is like, I should probably really start my personal rambling on my personal channel. Yeah. Star Strider does do a science stream too. She is the boss lady. She is, she's on the stream more than I am, and all those other things. So, I'm linking to Penn State in my panel. I don't even care. Don't care. I like Penn State. YSU is not on the same level as Penn State, so I don't really care. All right. Anyways, yeah, I will see you all later, and I'm gonna click the raid button, and we're gonna do the thing, and yeah. Go Astros. Isn't that Texas? All right, and we're ready to raid now. All right, see y'all.